Feed me. Feed me more. Feed me more. The Ryback Show starts now.
Welcome to the Ryback Show Friday live. I am the big guy Ryback. Thank you for joining me, ladies and gentlemen. Great to see each and every one of you again. Even though I can't physically see you, in spirit, I feel it, see you. TikTok, Instagram, the big guy Ryback 22. Thank you very much. Seeing there was something on the deal. Thank you very much for joining me on here as well. Ryback TV on YouTube, Ryback Rules on Twitch, and Ryback on Twitter. As always, guys, this podcast is brought to you by Feed Me More Nutrition, premium supplement sweetened with stevia and monk fruit. No artificial sweeteners and colors, harmful artificial sweeteners and colors like those other guys, like 99% of the other companies that don't care about your health. Don't care about your health. They wouldn't use them otherwise. They only care about profits. Vegan friendly, gluten free for men and women. Feedmemore.com. And right now, guys, we have our 30% off Black Friday sale. There's days left. Guys, you can save 30%. And with every order, you get an entry into the big guy Ryback's Feed Me More Nutrition $1,000 November cash giveaway. What is that, you ask? You simply place your order. You get 30% off with discount code Black Friday 30, Black Friday 30. It's in the description and the comments. 30% off your order. And with that, you get an entry into $1,000. And on December 1st, the big guy, is going to pick up his cell phone. I'm going to record it. And I'm going to call one lucky winner who put an order in November on feedmemore.com. And that could be you. I gave away thousands upon thousands of dollars last year. I don't know, it was like $14,000 or $15,000 last year. So we're doing a $1,000 cash giveaway for November. I wanted to give away another little $1,000 to see maybe help somebody's Christmas, make their Christmas a little better. That money normally would go into marketing. I didn't. I took it out of my marketing to give to one of you. So you place an order, you save 30%. But wait, there's more. You also get a premium Feed Me More Nutrition Hungary logo blackout shaker bottle. This is my blueberry Complexity, which is coming soon, our next flavor. You get the shaker bottle for free. So let's go back and recap, big guy. What are you giving your customers? They're great customers, our loyal 80% returning customers on feedmemore.com for Feed Me More Nutrition. I'm giving you 30% off, giving you an entry into $1,000. Could be you, possibly December 1st, winning $1,000. PayPal directly to your PayPal account. You don't got one, you create one, I send it right to you. No questions asked. Use it for whatever you want to use it for. Right? And you get a free shaker bottle. Guys, there's no other supplement companies doing this. There's not. You got to spend like $200 to get a shaker bottle from other companies, and you get their crappy artificial sweeteners and colors. You're getting the best supplements on the planet. So check it out. Best way to show your love and support for me. And that's that. It'll be in the comments and the descriptions, guys. As always, this show, Super Chats, questions are guaranteed to be answered and pulled up on the screen. Other than that, I will get to your questions as I see them and as they come in. Great day. I'm fasting. I'm 21 hours plus into a fast. And I may be doing another Ryback TV Thanksgiving mukbang, big bowl with Beyond Meat and stuffing and gravy and green bean casserole and corn. I might be just doing a big giant bowl to break my fast. And after this, I'm going to go run to the gym and go do the sauna at the gym. I went and I planted a cherry tree just a little bit ago. Stella cherry tree in the backyard for plant number 8, fruit trees in the back and front of the pomegranate. And I went and found to one of the gym's fitness factory things that sells fitness equipment. Geez, can I spit that out correctly? One of the fitness equipment stores in Vegas for their Power Mill Stairmasters for my home gym. And a lot of great things going on here in the big guys world. But what we're here for is to talk health, fitness, supplementation, nutrition, hungry #hungry mindset. I'm here to answer your questions. This is an interactive, fan-friendly podcast show where I'm here to try to things that have helped me to help you, and for me, myself, to learn. And people have taught me a lot as we've begun the format of this show. Hope you all had a happy Thanksgiving as well. Had a great one over here myself, and which we'll talk a little bit about that. But we got a super chat we're going to pull up here first. Feed me. Good to see you, buddy. Thank you for the super chat. Who is your favorite opponent in the WWE? That's tough. There were a lot of great ones. It's not so hard just to pick one thing. I'll say it was so cool wrestling Jericho. Jericho was, and we got to wrestle quite a bit, and he was by far my favorite in the sense of Chris treated me very well, and he was fun to work. He was very beyond professional, and he at least no, there was no ego involved. As smart as he is and as great as he is, but no ego. Whereas I feel like that's not the case necessarily with everyone else. And not another opponent, but as far as people you grow up seeing, and not to say that others do or don't, it's just he just was a real pleasure. I will say it was really, really fun working John, even though personally I was very, very unhappy with a lot in that company with John on several accounts, on several things, on things going on. And John, as much as John gave off the images that he wanted to help people, he didn't. And he was full of it on a lot of accounts. Now, professionally speaking and holding his spot, I would be afraid of a guy if I was John with his mindset like me that came in on fire and was going to surpass him like that. I would have, if using John's mentality, done everything I could to protect my spot. And he did just that. I remember there were things, and I very rarely ever asked for advice or anything like that. As far as like, 'cause some of the guys were like, "Hey, John, did you see my match? What'd you think of my match, John?" And I'm just like, Jesus Christ, have some balls, guys. And if you're there, you know what I'm talking about with it. But it was like this corporate ass kissing strut. John, did you see my match? I can't wait to maybe get a payday and work with you and learn something. Like it's just odd, just odd. And and but I had a lot of fun working with John. But I remember there was one thing on one thing, and I said something. I go, I'm going to ask John and see if he gives me an answer on this. And I went up to him and I go, hey, blah blah blah, and I'm not even going to say what it was. And I just wanted to see, based off some things that were already going on. This was early on, and he goes, "Yeah, you're going to have to figure that out for yourself." That was so anybody that has any issue with me ever having any issues with him, none of it came from me. None of it, not nothing. It is what it is. But he was a lot of fun to work because the crowds were I had just turned and they didn't want to boo me, and it made it easier to boo me with him. So it was a lot of fun with the matches, and I'll never talk bad about John in the ring or anything like that. He was professional when we were out there, and and I did learn from him and whatnot. But outside of that, there were just some things. But Chris is I'm going to go with Jericho. That's the answer. We've got a new let me pull up. We got a new Rybacker in the house here. Always appreciate the Rybackers joining we've got different tiers here, guys. Aaron Justin became a new Rybacker. Thank you very much, buddy. Welcome to the club. Your support is greatly, greatly appreciated. Yeah, Jericho, man. And Jericho was just a lot of fun in every way. We got to do live events. We got to do the pay-per-view. We got to do some TV stuff. I think I was the last guy. We didn't remember when he left WWE after our program, it was either Raw or SmackDown, and I had to go out there and attack him and took him out, I believe. And then he was written off TV I think I was gone, and then he came back. He may have been back. I can't remember the exact timing, but Chris was I love Chris. I think most people do. He's he's secure enough with himself, and he has other things going on, and he knows how to do good business. Cowboy super chat. Thank you very much. So, as a 5'4" guy at 175 pounds with low testosterone, would fasting be a good start to my fitness journey? So, first of all, if you have low testosterone, getting to the bottom of the low testosterone, getting blood work done, if you've got it and you know that for a fact you have low testosterone, I would check out then the Big Guy natural testosterone booster that we sell. It is proven, blood test proven. I would run it for a few months and go get blood work done. the final week of taking it and see where your numbers are at and see if they are able to stay elevated. After that, after I would take it and then take a couple months, 3 months, and then go get retested again. Or if you feel age related, whatever it may be, primary hypogonadism, that you would be a good candidate. And this is a discussion you got to have with your doctor to go on testosterone replacement therapy with testosterone, usually testosterone cypionate and HCG. With that, to keep your testicles intact so you don't have shrunken, tiny grapefruit raisin nuts, right? Not grapefruit raisin nuts. Grapefruit nuts would be the complete opposite of that. You want the grapefruit nuts because of the HCG, human chorionic gonadotropin, with that. But you would want to get that addressed first. In my opinion, I'm not a medical expert, doctor, anything, just a guy with a lot of life experience on that and someone who's been on TRT since he was 28. With that, I think if you do want to get into fasting, you need to take a look at your diet and make sure your diet is pretty buckled up, pretty solid, right? And you're getting your nutrients and your multivitamins and things like that, whole food multivitamin, and just you're in good health. And then if intermittent fasting is something that you could stick with and do, whether you do a 16-8 where you fast for 16 hours and eat for 8, or you go more extreme, which some people do 20 hours, which I've done, not personally, does not work well with my lifestyle and the amount of calories I need in trying to cram calories in to a 4-hour window. But for a lot of people, it is very beneficial. With that, I like to do one prolonged fast one time a week and then test myself 2 or 3 times a year with a longer fast of 56 hours is my record. I've done quite a handful of 48s, and I would like to get to a 72 eventually. And I've been saying that is by far, it has been since going vegan, the fasting, I've not been able to go as long. And I think it's because my metabolism has gotten quite a bit faster. And it is, but I do, and I'm also very busy, and I have a lot of reasons and excuses I can make, but I still do at least a 24-hour fast once a week. But 72 is my goal, and I think it would be beneficial for you as long as I think you build your tolerance up, and that's what I did, and that's what a lot of people do, and you make sure you have a fundamental understanding of fasting and breaking your fast and things, and we have articles and blogs up on feedmemore.com in the blog section, and there's a lot of great content, obviously, online on fasting, and you just kind of, and then if you get specific questions on it, I would be more than glad to try to help you based off my experience with it. But I do think it would be beneficial to add that into your lifestyle. I think everyone should to some degree, unless you have a certain medical condition where it is just not advised to fast. Umer says, who would win, a bull-sized Ryback versus a lion-sized CM Punk? Come on, buddy. Come on. I think you know the answer to that. I think we all do. I think Ryback in any version with that has the heart and soul and just the straight up just courage and tenacity and ruthless aggression to take him down in any scenario, right? Unless you're going to make me a microorganism, then he might have a fighting chance with that. But it would still, I would find a way to infiltrate him and to take him down with some sort of sickness or something until I was standing on top of my little microorganism Ryback body screaming, Ryback rules, brother. I did not miss any super chats. There are no super chats showing outstanding. If they were, they do pop up on the screen. And why is that not popping up? I stand corrected. You were under Trey Coley. Why is that not popping up on my super chat screen? That is, I apologize, buddy. The big guy was wrong. Is Mark Henry really strong? As they say, Mark Henry is very strong. Yes. I don't believe a lot of injuries and different things. So, and if you ever watched, he had a lot of mistakes he would make in the ring of falling over and doing things with other guys. This is legit. There's stuff with Sin Cara. There's a lot of them. And he was really beat up. So, but still freakishly strong. He probably always will be freakishly strong, I would imagine. Cowboy, thank you for the super chat. How are your prices compared to like Redcon? Yeah, that company is a company that's really big with the artificial sweeteners and colors, and they have a lot of cheaper formulas. Our costs are 3 to 5 times higher. We are very, very competitively priced on everything. We have better prices than a lot of these other companies using the cheap formulas charge way more on that. I'm not in specifically. I don't know their prices off the top of my head. I try to not focus on those other companies because I don't want to be anything like them because I don't. Yeah, I'm not a fan of them. The guy was a drug dealer prior, selling pro hormones and drugs to kids online. And this is all stuff you could look up. This isn't like me making up and being a hater. And then he went and spun off and went and did his Redcon thing. I don't think he's a leader in anything good with that. He's grown a big company though, right? With that. And I don't agree with a lot of the things that not just him, a lot of the companies are doing. And I'm getting more and more aggressive as we're getting bigger and bigger. And this was my goal to get into the supplement industry and give people a real choice of something that can benefit them and not take away their health. So, but our prices are 3 to 5 times higher, if not more, on a lot of stuff to make our formulas than these other companies. So. Ryback, can you do your best Vince impression? Throw a super chat over and give me a specific line, nothing like hateful or anything, and I'll do my best to oblige. Super chat from Aaron Justin. No super chat, just throwing $5 Starbucks coffee money at the big guy. Thank you very much, buddy. TikTok, what do we got? Feed me more. The chips guy, man eating chips. Yo, what's going on? Good to see everybody over there, guys. Everybody on Instagram and TikTok. I'm trying to get the TikTok fixed. Everything on TikTok has been horrible the last month, and they are suppressing the TikTok account now. This is straight up. They took away everything that happened. I did a Q&A on TikTok, and on answering, like I was allowed to turn the feature on, and one of the questions was, "Why did I leave WWE?" That's almost to 5 million views. And almost within days, when that video took off, TikTok took away my Q&A feature. This is a real issue. This is just like all the other platforms. And my impression rate has dropped to 0.5 to 1% on the majority of stuff on average now. There'll be an occasional video that might do okay, but very few of them now are. And I've dropped from last month 50 to 60% in all analytical categories since they started all of this. And they've not gotten back to the inquiries, which they used to get back to me. I'm very concerned over there. I'm gonna remain positive and optimistic that they are going to get it corrected. And my contact who used to get back is not getting back. I'm going to be giving him a phone call and getting a hold of him and having a conversation with him because they're not going to pull what's going on every other platform. But I'm still going to remain positive that we're going to get it all fixed at some point in time on all the accounts, but it's really, really frustrating. And if you all follow me, you could see you cannot grow your following and have your numbers go down growing your following. It just doesn't happen. But it's happened when they suppress how many people can see of your followers, your content. Super chat, Timmy G, good to see you, buddy. What are some of your favorite, most remembered wrestler entrance music and themes, character pending better with or without lyrics? Always loved, man. And when I was growing up as a kid, when that NWO music hit, loved the NWO music. I remember I loved the Big Papa Pump when he was in WCW with his music. The Macho Man in WCW, Macho Man in WWF as well. That two completely different songs, but both brought out, elicited an emotion and a feeling. And obviously, WWE, you got the Stone Cold. I remember Triple H's The Motorhead the Game, but before that, his music, My Time, when I was a lot younger, really was something I would listen to on my little Walkman CD player in the gym. I used to have just one song burned on a CD, and it was Triple H, My Time, because I loved the do 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 do. And I would I'd go to the gym for 4 hours every day when I first started learning about training at the gym. I had no concept of that you weren't supposed to train because we didn't have the internet, you have to remember, at that age yet. So I'm just figuring things out. as I'm going along. I'd go to the gym 4 hours every day. I would work out every body part. I desperately just wanted ripped abs. I would do abs every day for like an hour. They had an ab room at the 24-hour fitness on Rainbow and Cheyenne. So if you're listening and you lived here and you went there during that period, you know I'm not BSing. And I remember there was a window, people would be walking in and out. I would be in the ab room. Some people would come in, they would be leaving, and I'd still be in the ab room. That was the beginning of my workout because it was the first thing. You walk into the ab room and then you go into the other main part of the gym. And then I would do my abs, smoke my abs every day. I didn't know it was all diet at that point. And I'm eating like junk, and I just didn't know. Right. And then, but I loved listening to that song. The Batistas is a little older, but the I Walk Alone theme, I think that anytime you get a real band to do a theme song, badass on that. I'm just trying to think, but all those they elicited emotion far past just wrestling. I feel like, right? Like the Macho Man's WWF theme. That you just hear that song. It's just such a like pomp and circumstance. It's just such a just like just elicits emotions depending on the scenario, and like that song hits. So I have it on my phone. I put it on in my car as I'm driving and blare it. It's just like you get a good feeling from it, right? And so that's why I like it. That's why I think in wrestling it's such a key part in getting over, and it's a key part in getting over because it allows the person playing the character to connect with the audience on emotions, and that is pro wrestling, and that is what wrestlers have to remember. It's not these doing all these moves. It's not emotionless moves. You need a whole package to elicit emotions in people. And if you do that correctly, you will have people that are with you for life. We've got another super chat I've missed here. I don't know what currency this is in. What the currency is Huff. It's 2,000 Huffs. I'm assuming that is not dollars, and if it was, I would be greatly thanking you. The hello legend, you are the greatest warrior. Thank you very much, my friend. I don't know if you just gave me 2 cents or $2, but I thank you, and it is greatly, greatly appreciated. I hope everything is going well on your end. We do have worldwide shipping for the supplements on feedmemore.com, $34.99 flat rate. You can order from Malaysia. You do not want to buy, you want to buy a hot air popper machine off of Amazon or online. You could probably even get them at Walmart and maybe like what's the Bed Bath and Beyond maybe, but definitely a Walmart or anywhere online. Amazon for sure, you can get a good one. Buy an air popper machine, and then you just buy the kernels, and it's far healthier. And then you get a little plant-based butter and just melt it and sprinkle it on a little bit of either pink Himalayan sea salt or iodized sea salt, maybe a little potassium salt. Shake that bad boy all up. I'm telling you, he doesn't get much better than that. Far healthier than don't buy the pre-made popcorn at the store. 2,000 Huff is like $6. I'll take it. That's like 2 large Starbucks coffees almost, depending on if I get the $2.98 deal or the $3.20, depending on the location. Thank you very much, my man. Something I didn't get to talk about the other day was the fan that attacked Seth Rollins. I put out a tweet on the deal the other day at Ryback on Twitter. But yeah, man, first of all, I love Seth. Always loved wrestling him, and he's an absolute amazing pro wrestler with that. I hope that guy faces the highest level of charges. I hope that he has a difficult life for a very, very long time. There is zero tolerance for that. I do believe Seth is working the hard cams, and we've all done this and been in this position. Because I saw some people saying, "Oh, the guy laid him out," blah 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 blah. The guy was a fat piece of crap, first of all, and he was a coward. You have a talent. I don't know if you guys don't know this, that if you in maybe I got that right back. When you're a wrestler, you have to, when you're leaving, and there's times when the cameras are on you when you're leaving to get reactions for the commentators, and that the truck, Kevin Dunn and Vince and everybody's communicating whatever story they're trying to leave the audience with. And Seth at that point had the cameras on him, and you are focused on those cameras. whether you have to be talking or you're keeping a serious facial expression or whatever it may be. This is something and you learn and you do when you're up there, but you are still working. So your focus is not in the peripheral vision of your eyes and anything going on. It is you are. I did it many times, and you were locked in, and so you're depending on security and other people to do their jobs, so that you are not put in a position that he was in. So first of all, you got a guy who's probably 100, 120 pounds heavier than him, running and blindsiding this guy on a ramp. He's on a ramp, mind you, that if anybody ran full speed and hit another person with the other person not knowing they are coming, they are 99.9% of the time going back regardless, right? So that by in itself on the guy tackling him is completely negligible and nothing on that, right? Second of all, Seth just worked a match and is blown up and leaving physically exhausted on top of that, and still managed to get the guy in a front chokehold on that. And with everybody tackled him, and he got a kickoff on him, and then they got that fat ass out of there with that. But there was no way that guy, and I know Seth, and you got to Seth had nothing to worry about with that. And I'm more than confident Seth would have been able to handle that guy on his own had he needed to, even tired after working a match and whatnot with that. But luckily they got a hold of that guy, and I hope they press charges, and I hope they bankrupt him, and I just hope first of all he probably has nothing living at home or in a really shitty apartment, and nothing against anybody that does that, but the guy just a complete coward and a loser in life, and there needs to be a zero tolerance policy for quote unquote marks that not fans, because good fans don't do that, marks and negative marks, the toxic community, wrestling community, the people that do that need to be shut down and smashed and terminated with that. And I hope they don't. I hope they go at him full force. And it is something like God. I wish someone would try that while I was out there. I would have pulled off WWE people on him to beat the shit out of him. Just there's zero tolerance for that. But Seth is more professional than me on that. I would have made sure to finish it with that guy right then and there. And it's easier said not being in that position. Zero tolerance, and you can't have it. You got to know if you want to try somebody and jump that rail, there's going to be lifelong repercussions with that. And I'll go to bat for Seth all day long because he's a great human being and a great professional wrestler. And that company failed him by letting that guy get to him in the first place. This is 2021. You need a multi-billion-dollar company. And they have arena security. You have WWE security. WWE security is fantastic and amazing. They need more of them. They need people on everything. And when a talent is working the camera, and that is a specific spot, they should have a security guy on each side mirroring the crowd so that they can see and have eyes on it, so that person doesn't get to them. And I hope they learn their lesson on this and it never happens ever again. It's just not a position. You have an investment in a talent. So just say that guy was the baddest guy on the planet and was able just to destroy anybody. And he just comes and destroys your investment. If he was able to get a hold of him and just say, why as a company would you want to put your talent in that position? You can't. I hope AEW takes notice of it, and any other company that has the money to do it. You have to protect your talent at all costs. And when a talent is on the camera, it's not like they're working in the ring and they might be able to see, and they got people around the ring too. But you are specifically walking up the ramp, looking at the camera. You need to protect them better. And it pisses me off. It happened, but I hope they learn from it and it doesn't happen again. Hello. Good to see all of you guys. I am the guy that ate the chips. I am the chips guy, the man eating chips. I am a legend. I am a meme. I am known worldwide, not only for being one of the greatest professional wrestlers of all time and returning to be, once again, one of the greatest of all time, but also from the guy that is a fantastic ASMR artist and chip eater when I choose to do so. Liam, thank you for the super chat. Love you as a person. From Perak State, Malaysia, thank you very much, buddy. Greatly appreciate the love and support. That was very kind of you to say. We've got another 10,000 huffs my way. Hungarian people love you very much, my friend. And I love the Hungarian people because they've got a good portion of my hashtag hungry mindset in their name. Thank you very much. Hashtag Hungarian. What else do we have going on? I have been to Switzerland. I have. I remember sitting in catering in Switzerland. Cesaro was right next to me because he's from there, and we were enjoying some catering before the. I think we had a live event over there. I think I've only been there once, though, maybe twice. I think talking to your doctor about prednisone for short term use, that's different than cortisone in the sense cortisone, especially, but cortisone could be possibly beneficial if used very, very short term and not injected into a joint. You should never inject cortisone into your joint. It is going to eat away the cartilage. And your doctor, if they do that, they are purposely causing more problems. And if the doctor doesn't know that, then they are doing it just with full malice and neglect, in which that's what unfortunately the WWE doctors did to me. And I'll never know. And I haven't talked to them why they did it. And it's something, and it's very just disappointing in me. But I've solved the problems. I'm they nailed the blueberry Pumplex City, so I'm going to be coming out with a blueberry Pumplex City because I got the color and they altered the formula a little. Perfect. So we'll have cherry and blueberry on that. And they sent me my plant powered protein. They nailed the vanilla mocha frappuccino. So now I got to make a decision. The creamy peanut butter is delicious, and now the vanilla mocha frappuccino is delicious. Uh, I'm tempted to go with the vanilla mocha frappuccino next because it's just so damn good. And I think a lot of people are going to be it's a real treat. So as is the peanut butter, but as of right now, the vanilla mocha is winning a poll on my IG story pretty good. So I that lets me know that a lot of people are interested in it. Yeah, I would love to be able to partner with Beyond or Impossible Meats, and I think that's probably something too. Once I'm back on TV, I'm going to be very proactive in raising awareness for veganism, and I will align like the Ruffles. I could do a Ruffles commercial because the chips I had were vegan, and they have other chips that are vegan that don't have. And so as long as something aligned was with my moral beliefs, I have no issue doing. And again, that kind of stuff I don't condone eating all the time, but I do think it is a great thing in raising awareness. And I do hope to be able to partner with a company like that in the future with the Feed Me More tagline. And it's something I'm going to be very specific with. I'm not going to do like 20 different things with my branding. I would like to align with two or three companies and form lifelong relationships with that. And I do believe with what I'm built and where I'm going, that is going to be a very realistic possibility here in the near future. I believe Impossible Foods just got an investment. They're by far the largest of the plant-based companies now. Feed Me, thank you for the super chat. How would you personally book your in-ring return? I think that is a great question, and I'm not going to answer that because then that would be just be saying too much. Because obviously I have my ideas, and I want to. That would be something that I would discuss, and we'll see which one we could run with, and go from there. If I say that, and then the places pick up on Ryback says how he would book his return, and then months later, it's spoiled already, right? So I think you guys just got to learn to just enjoy life and the product, and there's just certain things that are better left unanswered. But it was a great question. Thank you. I appreciate all the love and support. You guys are awesome. So many great people on here. Brandon, thank you for using the Big Guy Testosterone Booster. It's a great libido booster. You could use it while on TRT or not. There's the Butea Superba is like a natural Viagra Cialis, and it is well. And the horny goat weed will help with drive with a few other ingredients in there. It is, and it also has the vitamin D3 in it as well, which is completely is something that zinc and magnesium, which is very, very beneficial with everything going on with the whole current environment we live in today with illnesses and whatnot. Well, good question. What are my thoughts on these on these TikTok or YouTube boxing matches? I have nothing against them. Now, I will say I've enjoyed some of the things I've seen from a pure entertainment standpoint. I don't. If it comes out like these fights are rigged and they have clauses in there where they can't get knocked out, that I don't. That's garbage. They don't need that's and that's the kind of stuff where they people need to be getting refunds because they're not being transparent on what they're selling then, right? And that's where and who's to say I don't know what's what. That if they think they're just going to do it, this is a short-term plan, a money grab for a few years to make as much money on these fights and then get out. But like if that stuff comes out and they probably have it, I'm sure they have it legally protected where it can't with that. But I would hope to God it doesn't. You know, I want to see if Mike fights. What's the other? Not Jake, but the other Paul brother, and what's the other one's name? I'm going to blame it on my fast. Somebody. What's the other? Not Jake Paul. What's the other guy? The one that just fought Mayweather. Logan. Thank you, Logan Paul, because he did the stuff with WWE with KO. And if they do that in the Mike Tyson fight, I don't want there needs to be it can't be an exhibition. You gotta let these guys just go out there. Not get knocked out, you get knocked out. Like and then I have no issue. But if you're putting clauses in there like no knockout clauses, with like Tyson and Roy Jones Jr. with the exhibition, I get that with two of the all-time greats protecting each other in there. Right? I get it. But like with these fights, like I think the appeal in it is you want to see the YouTuber get his ass kicked. But if they're putting clauses in there where they're getting them protected, then you got some issues on that end because you're not being fully transparent to the audience on what you're selling them. And that's where I would have some fundamental issues with the whole thing. But I've bought in some of them and I've enjoyed watching them. But like Floyd, I wanted to see if Floyd was going to get him, and it looked like he got him even with the huge size difference. But if they're pulling that stuff, now it's like I feel a little gypped. Now, I'm not going to ask for my money back, but I'm sure a lot of people would. Thank you, Huff. 10,000, bro. You were better at lifting weights than Mark Henry. Why did he cheat? Happy Thanksgiving. You got to remember, pro wrestling is physical acting, and it is the most physical, most demanding thing in the world. But at the end of the day, it is physical acting, and you are watching people play characters or extensions of their personalities as characters out there, and for storylines. And everything in pro wrestling is physical acting. And it's very important as a fan to understand that and give respect to everybody that is playing a character and a role out there. Because at the end of the day, it's predetermined and it is physical acting. And you don't think less of an actor that plays a role as something else than anybody else in life. And I think pro wrestling, that is something that fans need to be more educated on and intelligent about because that's where we see a lot of hate and the lines are blurred with people don't give respect to all the characters and wrestlers and people playing those characters, so you got to remember that, buddy. Thinking of buying some of your products, any advice? You can't go wrong with a plant-powered protein to increase your protein intake. If you are a teenager, I think you don't need to go too crazy on anything. If you want to try the pre-workout, I think that would be fine. You can start at half a scoop or the finish it branch chain amino acids with the protein. I don't think you need to go completely crazy on stuff as a teenager as far as we offer 13 different products on there. I think creatine is very beneficial. I started in high school as a teenager, and it really, really helped increase my strength. It is proven. I think creatine can be very safe if added in, a scoop a day, 5 grams a day. So maybe go like something with like either the protein creatine, protein BCAA, the Finish It BCAA, electrolyte matrix, or with the 10 count creatine, or any combination of those. I think would be a good start. We've got a super chat from Darren Santos. Thank you very much, Darren. Yo, Ryback. I watch all of your food videos with the family. Keep grinding, stay hungry, and thanks for the great content. Love you, big dog. Thank you very much, Darren. Greatly appreciated. I got a plan. I got to figure out where I'm going to go for the feeding time this week. But like I said, I think I'm debating, because it's the only time I'm going to have my Thanksgiving leftovers in the fridge. I'm thinking of making a big bowl of stuffing, potatoes, mashed potatoes. All this is vegan, by the way. Stuffing, and then cook up a big thing of Impossible meat, and do a big bowl with the gravy. A big Thanksgiving leftover mukbang from home, to break my fast. And I think that's going to be the video for this week, and we'll do that. And then I got to see, maybe I can go somewhere towards the end of the week and have like a regular meal, but nothing too crazy. Thank you for watching on here. We're about to hit 400,000 subscribers. It'd be nice if we could hit it before the end of the year. We'll have to see. We're going up every day on the viewer count again. And the chip video is about to hit 2 million views on the Ryback Ruffles ASMR. So I greatly appreciate everybody that's subscribing and following on all the social platforms. Yeah, I love Matt. I love the Wake Up Unlimited Energy. I drink it. I've done it both. It hits way harder if you drink it with less water. Anytime you dilute anything, unless you chug it all, but I'll typically like take my time and sip it throughout the morning. I love the flavor. And I go back and forth with mango candy, green apple, and pink lemonade, which the pink lemonade's out of stock, but will be back in stock here very soon. We have it on reorder, and I'm hoping they get that out before the holiday here, before Christmas. So, but yeah, I love it, man. It just depends. Some people just put it with a little bit of water and just chug it. And I tend to just take my time with it. We're going to go ahead and block you, buddy. I don't know. I see you're kind of spamming the chat. There's no spamming in the chat in Rybackville. Happy birthday, buddy. Hope you have a good one. It's funny to see YouTube running Wendy's ads on your videos. Yeah, I've become one of the YouTube mukbangers, food review guys. It was never all this is turned into now doing the vegan food and everything. It's cool because it can help raise awareness for eating vegan for a lot of people and all that. And it ties into my branding and my marketing with a healthier lifestyle with Feed Me More Nutrition. So YouTube is instrumental in my success with Feed Me More Nutrition with that. But it's also like really, really fun for me to do. It's cool little break when I get to do them in my day, and it allows the audience and people, I feel, to have a better understanding of me over time, on my sense of humor, my personality, especially with all the negative stuff that was going on and the lies and that. And people can go, you know what? I've watched this guy for years now, and like I can now say for certain that those articles that were out on him, I just don't think are true. And you will see that I'm not perfect. I'm not saying by any means, but I don't lie on the stuff that I tell you guys. And I'm very straightforward, and went through a bunch of BS on all this, and I've overcome it all with my hungry mindset. And we are going to be riding into some amazing, amazing times here. But it's I'm thankful for all of this. Tom Kutch, thank you very much for the $20 super chat. $20 super chat. Get out of here. Thank you, buddy. Timmy G, do you have a philosophy to wrestling commentary? Should it ever involve more than two people? And is it vital every move is named to the audience? I I think it takes a combination. It can be done with more than two people. I think three is the limit. I think even three could be difficult at times for the individual talent. I think when you have two and you've got your role defined, where you've got the play-by-play guy, then you got the color commentator. I think the greatest duos really did well at that. But I will say I always enjoyed the old Nitro podcast. I mean, broadcast, and I believe they always had three, if I'm not mistaken. Was it with Tony Heenan, and then Dusty would be on there sometimes with Bischoff. I did like their three man, and it does work as well. It's just you got to have very defined roles and great chemistry for that to come off well. Not every move does need to be named. Now, moves that you want your audience to know and understand, you do want them to know the name of, but you never want to force it either. And that's something that needs to be done organically over time with a character in different things as they do moves and things go on. But I think commentary is a skill in understanding your role, and I do believe it's a fine line. Like you want to get the talent over, but you still need to be entertaining, and you got to know your role. And like if you're a heel, and you got to be able to be a heel, and I think that's up to the commentator to know what lines to not cross with individual talent, and to kind of keep everything storyline driven, right? And some guys are better than that than others with that. But I do. It is it is not an easy job by any means. I always loved the times I was on commentary. Oftentimes, though, it was to further my program in feud, and I would get to drop some things in there all on my own, which got great feedback and made people laugh. But I don't know how I would do if I had to get in behind a desk for 2 hours or 3 hours too. And I believe I would do well because I would take it very seriously, and I'm very comfortable speaking, and I feel like I have a very good understanding of pro wrestling to do well at that, and also understand that it's not when you're in that role. It's not about you necessarily as it is, and there are times when it is, but it's more in furthering the development of whoever's out there. And like I said, some people are better at it than others. We've got a new, I think I missed some things here. We have a new Rybacker, a new member. Thank you very much. Azu too. We have a new Rybacker in the house. Not a bad idea, Ryback. I would brand your channel with vegan somewhere in your title. I think you'll get more growth and you could become a leading channel in that department. That's not a bad idea. I don't I don't know how. So let me ask you guys, how would you incorporate is Ryback Vegan TV? Having the name and the title is not a bad idea at all, though. I really do like that because that is because most people would see me and they don't know I'm vegan, and they're not going to assume I'm probably one of the last people on earth people would assume is vegan. Now I think we're like 15, 16 months in, but the channel name is Ryback TV. I need Ryback in the name. Ryback Vegan TV. Rye Vegan. Because Ryback has to be in the name. That's an important thing for searches and things. Ryback Vegan TV. I'll think about that. I do think that is a great idea, and thank you very much because that will help really people in that community find me because so many people don't know I'm vegan still. If I Ryback, I got a question. If you had one wish to do anything possible and there will be no consequences, what would that be? It would be removing Fauci one way or shape or form. And that's I'll leave it at that. I think we need him gone, and we need him gone ASAP. This guy, we need to hashtag defund Fauci and get rid of him. We need to get rid of him, and I highly recommend everybody read the book, The Real Anthony Fauci. And these people we are literally giving a platform to one of the most evil human beings in the history of mankind. And I think we got to get rid of him and anybody associated with him as well. And I'm not going to be wrong about this. This will age very well with what's going to happen to him. And this guy is pure poison. Ryback Vegan TV. I think Ryback, the RVTV. That has a nice little ring to it. RVTV. But Ryback Vegan TV. I think I'm going to look into getting the name changed to that. See, I learned something from you guys. I hopefully can help you learn a thing or two or what not to do. It depends. The WCW line got me. I'm not even re-say, but that was a good one. I'll give you that. Okay, now, guys. Ryback's Vegan Channel. Now you have an issue with TV? Come on. Ryback Vegan TV. I think that's the easiest, most straightforward, honest name for the channel. Ryback TV with a plant symbol? I don't know. We'll see. We've got another super chat on here. Bro, have you ever traveled to Hungary? Very nice country in Europe, Ryback. I want to say I have. I want to say we've done a live event over there, if I'm not mistaken. Did I miss another Tom Koch with the 20? Nope, we got that one. The goal is to return to wrestling early, hopefully by early next year, if everything goes well. There's some stuff going on I can't say too much on, but I'm very optimistic with where everything is going. Instagram, always greatly appreciate all the love and support on Instagram. I am totally vegan, yes. Thank you very much, Anonymous, on that great comment on my videos, keeping you happy. That makes me feel very good. Thank you very much. Dwayne Atkinson, thank you for the super chat. If I wanted to go vegan, is there a way to prepare my body for it or just go cold turkey? I went cold turkey, and I think you got to. I'm not big on procrastinating, but I do believe you do need to understand we have so many foods and having a diverse diet and finding what you like and what you need in your diet. We have some good blogs, great blogs, I would say, on feedmemore.com, all for free on the vegan diet, the vegan protein foods. So I think one way to approach it is you just start buying vegan, and you have a lot of vegan stuff in your house probably already. Vegan's a word that can really just make people's brains go haywire. I know it used to make mine go haywire, that when I would say, it's like you throw the word vegan, so if you say to somebody like, hey man, you want some rice and beans? They're like, yeah, I love rice and beans. Yeah, protein, yeah, rice and beans. And then if you go, hey man, you want some vegan rice and beans? They're like, oh my God, rice, what am I going to eat with it? I need protein. That is like the word vegan, just for whatever reason. We all eat a good portion vegan diet already as it is. It's just there's so many things that are incorporated with milk and with dairy and then the animal products with the meats and that you'll find that we have all these other foods when there are more than enough protein with that. So what I would say is you start incorporating full meals into your diet and finding what works for you, and then eliminating the other foods as you get better at it. Or if you go, I'm just going to keep reading about it, and then when you think you're ready, you go, I'm just going to, this week I'm not buying any more of the food that I typically buy as far as the animal products, and I'm going to just start buying these other foods. But I think there's nothing wrong with doing it slow. And I think if you start going down the aisle and looking at the vegan products in the store, maybe you pick up a vegan ranch, maybe you're starting to get familiar with the products so that it's not as big of a shock. The that you're just trying to figure everything out all at once, right? But I think it's with the mindset that you're gonna shift away. You're gonna go more plant based, and I think as you get that feedback that you're feeling better, your body's not withering away. You're actually getting better. Your blood flow is improving. Everything endurance is improving. It's just your metabolism is improving. You're gonna be like, yeah, we were lied to. So there's a couple different ways to do it, but I think slow, educate yourself is definitely I think a not a bad way to do it. I go, man. I just when I go commit, I commit. It's part of my hungry mindset. And I threw everything out and I go, I'll figure it out because I don't want to, I know this isn't helping me anymore. It's hurting me. And so I was very motivated to shift out of that as quickly as possible. We've got a super chat here. Tom, thank you very much. Another 20. Tom, making the big guy rich. Tom Koch is a vegan Tom, is it Vegas Tom on TikTok. Thank you. Thank you very much, buddy. I will I don't follow a lot of people and stuff on that. I get asked if I go down that path, it's I don't view and scroll social media and that I stay off it as much as possible. But I will I appreciate you popping in on here. I'll check out your account on there. Maybe I'll start popping up on my feed if I look at your profile on that. And I greatly appreciate the love and support. And if it's a good profile, if there's good content, I'll follow it. But I don't make any promises. Does Ryback look at the chat? The entire podcast revolves around looking at the chat. You feed me, moron. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Bully Ryback slipped out there in character. Okay, guys. I'm not gonna knock you guys for naming names, but I also got to call out shitty names. Ryback T Vegan. What is the I get it, but I'm just like, are we people? Nobody else is gonna like understand the TV in vegan. That's just too confusing. Things need to be easy and straightforward. Ryback Vegan TV. People know Ryback. People know vegan. People know TV. People happy. There's a reason why certain things, yes, yes, yes. Feed me more. People just understand basic things universally. So that's how my psychology I take to this stuff. We can't get too creative because is for every person that gets it, there'll be 1,000 that don't. Dwayne, thank you for the super chat. How did Skip Sheffield come about? I was Ryback in FCW, and I've talked about this many times on the show in the various formats. But Undertaker came down, Punk did as well to FCW, Florida Championship Wrestling. We had to, and we're going to end it with this because I got Instagram's wrapping up. I had to cut a promo on the Undertaker as Terminator Ryback. He thought maybe the character would not work in the way WWE had evolved and was going with a Terminator-based character, which was more than fine. WWE then wanted me to switch characters. So we decided Dusty Rhodes had a meeting with me, and I love Dusty. He wanted me to try a different character, and he wanted me to be a silly, dumb football player that WWE, because they'd hired some silly, dumb football players. So it was kind of making fun on that whole deal. And I just turned it into a huge positive and got myself called up to TV with it. And then Vince saw me as Skip Sheffield, as we saw in the first NXT season 1, first episode or two, from Florida Championship Wrestling. And he just pulled me aside. He goes, I understand you got called up as this. He said, but you're going to make me millions of dollars, a lot of money, just being yourself. And he goes, we can't get rid of it overnight, but start getting away from this. And then I got away from it and then broke my ankle in 3 places and a botched surgery. And a year and a half later, then we came back as Ryback, and I had that ready to go. So with that, guys, we're going to wrap up today's show. We always try to keep these at an hour, so the IG stream is complete. Thank you very much for watching. Feed Me More Nutrition, 30% off Black Friday sale on feedmemore.com. Discount code Black Friday 30. Also, our $1,000 cash giveaway. Check that out just for buying, and a free shaker bottle with your orders, my friends. Have a great night. Enjoy the wrestling if you're watching it. and stay hungry, my friends. Feed me more.